Hi everybody. I just finished the really intense parts of my workout. Got a nice good sweat going, getting all the impurities flushed out through the pores in the body. That sounded weird, but anyways, um, uh, in the aspect of letting other people know about my progression and everything like that, since that's what I've been doing, and I've kind of fallen behind on that lately. I wanted to show, even though that the weather outside is frightful. No. Even though it's starting to get into the winter months, well, fall months, winter months, a lot of times people slow down. I want to show that I'm still trying to keep up with my exercise routines. So yeah, first, to show you the routine, to illustrate it a bit better, I'm gonna go through some of the what I start out with, which you may be able to see me. Let's push back. There we go. So you may be, hopefully you'll be able to see me when I stand up and do everything. Somewhat. So, actually I'll sit down for it. What I normally like to do is kind of roll my shoulders out. Do big encompassing circle. Do them forward. Do them backward. Just kind of getting the shoulders ready to move. Bear hug myself a couple of times. And I like to go back and do little circles. I don't do these in necessarily any specific order, just to kind of warm up, kind of keep things going. Kind of rotate, get my trunk and everything. If I have something sturdy, grab a hold of. And push the rotation a bit more. Then I like to go and do some yoga poses and things like that. Start with the butterfly pose. I like to grab my feet, kind of pull them in, as well as push the knees down a little and lean forward. I'll start close in. I'll try to rotate forward. Back up. And then reach. And then I'll start moving the feet out so I can get more fuller extension, get my torso closer to the floor. Really, sometimes that's how I feel like I do it. And then push out a little bit more, getting closer. Then, three other poses that I've been working on that I like to do, to help me with that, are supposed to help me with core strength, are the crow pose, or at least two of them. I'll list all three anyways. The crow pose, I can't remember what the other one was called, and then horse stance. So I'll go ahead and illustrate crow pose, starting from here in a full squat. I like to get my knees on my elbows, chest straight out as best I can, lean forward, come up onto my tippy toes, and then right there. Ooh. It's better if you don't try to look at the camera while you're doing it. Good. I'm gonna try to hold it. Okay. 5, 6, 8. Oh, there goes that. Okay. I'm not gonna stay in them long because I've already done these. Second one. So out of here, rotating. This is the one I can't remember the name of. Rotating the hands to where they point towards the knees, then taking and roughly just within shoulder distance apart. It's right here. and try to balance. Ooh. That's the newest one that I've been working on, and I'm still relatively new to it. But I can really feel it in my forearms, biceps, and in the core, and here in my ribs and back as well. Of course, second one, in horse stance, apart, rotate the hips out, come down into your seat, pushing the hips forward, straightening my back, and then holding it as long as I can. Oh. I've been doing that one the longest, so I'm a bit more used to it. So the next ones are a variety of push-ups. I don't know what the names for the individual ones are, but I know they're either considered Ganda push-ups or Indian push-ups. First one is kind of like a yoga aerobic flowing motion type push-up. So coming in your regular push-up position, going up, rolling back, coming down, just barely scraping the ground, pushing back up, rolling back. And you can't really see it in the camera, but when I go down, I come up into the very tippies of my toes and then roll back onto the top of it. So I'm basically on the balls of my feet here as I push down, I come on to the very tip of them, and then back onto the balls like that. I'm drawing a blank on what the other one is. Let me think. Well, the other one is coming down, pushing here, pushing up, back, and here. Trying to keep my back as straight as possible. And coming in with, instead of my elbows going out like that, I want the shoulders to come back like that. It's a much more intense push-up that way, especially instead of trying to keep your hands below shoulder level instead of up, because here the push-ups become easier. From here, they're a bit harder because you're more at the center of your body. Okay. So the next ones I'll only illustrate a few. And this is basically my workout equipment. 2 10-pound plates, 20-pound handbell, 10-pound kettlebell, 15-pound kettlebell. So let me go ahead and do some of these for you. So one of them I like to do is with 2 10-pounders, is do a lot of my squats, lunges, and everything like that. Grabbing them by the center of the circle, and then either doing the lunges with them, keep everything straight as possible, putting back up like that. Then either getting into where I would normally do regular squat, bending, straight back, get them a bit further, and then rows. Also like to take them and do, of course, standing up and actually getting full straight arm. Here. That. I can then also take them, put them together, get them together. Start here in the center, and do halos. Come back to the rest. Start again, around, to rest, up, and getting the shoulders. Which is, for me, currently is a great alternative to the Gonda mace, which I plan hopefully doing some point in the future. And then of course there are others where I can sit straight out, back, up, down, out, back, up, down. And of course, now with the 20, I only really do 2 exercises with this. Is doing the regular presses, equal number for each arms. I have more than 2. Each arm, or taking it, put it down, forgot. Taking it and doing the press here from the shoulder up above my head, doing it to both shoulders. Now, I don't often use the kettlebell, but what I normally do is start off with the 15-pounder, then doing the same amount of reps that I do with the 15-pounder with the 10-pounder when I'm done. Just to allow the muscles to, there's science behind it, and I'm not going to try to quote it because then I'll just sound like a pretentious dick. So with this, I like to get and do, even though you probably can't see it. Let me adjust. I'm right here doing single hand kettlebell swings. With the kettlebell swings, you're letting it drop down, catching it, and pushing it. So the arm is just the hinge. I'm not actually lifting any because I want to be able to lift it too far before I can't do it anymore. Which that works on my center of gravity and helps ground me, much like the horse stance. Other things I like to do with this, let me go ahead and switch. I'll actually stay here, is take, and like with the dumbbell, presses off the shoulder. You can also take it, grab it in hand, press like that. There's also a over the head press, which I can do either with the thumb down or the thumb underneath from the shoulder There we go. Here. Dropping it. Dropping it. Which works. This under muscle right here. Like I said, I'm not an expert. Like so. I also like to take and use it for squats. Now let's illustrate. And dropping the camera angle again. By taking it behind the back. From here. And I want to drop, going down like such. And then back up. And then down. And back up. And then down. So yeah. That's about it. I also like to sometimes do this. I don't think it does anything. But yeah. Some other stuff I like to do. Taking and working the calves by up and down. Up and down. And I can go from full squat, right, squat, up, coming up onto my toes. Yep. Well, that's about it. I've already reached 16 minutes. Thank you all for watching. This was a lot easier to talk about than write about it. Thank you very much.